we've managed to get down to the allotment again today, thanks to Jan giving us a lift down in his car. We were going to hopefully harvest the pears that were left on our invincible tree, but a combination probably of wind and just the pears being ready has meant that lots of them have just finished up on the floor. Bit of a waste. We'll have a look and see how many of those we can recover, and if we have a look, we still do have some on the tree that look quite nice, so hopefully we'll get those picked today. Question will be whether the ones on the floor, ones like that, certainly haven't been touched and should be alright to harvest and take away. Our Fiesta apples, more or less the same, just one or two are left on the tree, but most have fallen off, probably in the windy weather. Be a case of going round the ones on the floor, seeing which ones are okay to use. What we think are golden delicious. Something similar has happened, but not in quite such a mad way, and we've quite a few that we'll see how many we can pick today off this tree. And the other apple tree we have is our Egremont russet around the other side. We'll have a quick look around there, see what's happened. It's been more than a week since we've been down. The grass is pretty long. It's going to need a fairly serious strimming session once I can get down here, get a little bit of work done. It really is a little bit long. Can't ever remember seeing it this long. Our Egremont russet apples, we've still got a few on the tree. As you can see, we've also got quite a few that have fallen off, finished up on the ground. So once again, it'll be a question of having a look through those, seeing what we've got to harvest. So I think for now, we'll best get on and do a little bit of harvesting. I haven't had a look around our perennial border yet. The grass is certainly long. It looks somewhat unkempt. Rose, it's still got lots of flowers on. However, this one hasn't. They're still putting on a reasonable display. To say it's been left unattended now for just on a month. These chrysanthemums we may try to get in the greenhouse if we can get around to it and if we've got time. And dahlias are still in flower. Obviously they'll carry on until there's a frost. Some more dahlia, or another dahlia, and some more chrysanthemums at this end. But again, there's a lot of strimming to do once I can get driving again and get some gear down here to get on with some jobs. Cabbages, I think we've still maybe got that enormous one there that's usable. Not too sure about the rest. Have to have a look. Sprouts look alright, and would you believe it's trying to rain? Our Loch Ness blackberry has some quite gorgeous autumnal coloured leaves. We may even get one or two tomatoes off what's left of these. Our cauliflower as well we just, unfortunately, just couldn't get down to harvest them when they were ready. So they've now blown and they're just fit for the compost heap. There's maybe one in there that's not too bad, and looking over a bit further this way, there's one down there, but I think they're probably past their best. Don't think we'll get much off those. Still got a few sweet peas to pick, and squash plants have certainly now died back, and we'll be able to harvest our 1 or 2 crown prince squashes. And I'm now going to have to head for the shed, because as soon as we've got here it's decided to rain a little bit, so hopefully it won't be any more than a shower and it won't stop us harvesting a little, quite a lot in this afternoon. So one of today's tasks is to harvest some carrots, perhaps even check out if we have any carrots. So while I get started on this, Sue's been picking a few sweet peas. A lot of them have gone past it, but I think we'll manage to find a few. So the first thing I'm going to have to do is take off this environment mesh, which has hopefully been keeping carrot fly away all summer. Don't think we'll get any carrot fly now, so I'm going to take this fleece completely off so that it makes harvesting our carrots a bit easier through the winter. Having not cut the grass now for well over a month, it's going to have nicely connected and grown through this environment mesh, which is going to make taking it off rather a long and tricky job. I think the main problem was our rose that's grown totally over the top of this environment mesh. It's amazing what you can put an old line pole to use for. See how the grass has grown into all this. Wondering if it will now pull from under here and leave me free to roll up this mesh. Just be luck. So now let's see if it'll just roll onto this long post. So I'm hoping with a bit of luck I can just sort of roll this big piece of mesh straight up and it won't be too much effort to move it out of the way. So I'll tidy the mesh up in a bit. First job is to try and decide which carrots are which. But I think the labels have been rather badly trimmed through summer and I'm not going to be able to tell which are which. So somewhere amongst all this grass are the labels that went in spring. So that says Autumn King. There's nothing left of that. Nor that. I think I'll assume that the Autumn King ones are these, and we put Early Nantes in, which I'm going to assume are these two rows, so I'm going to have a look, see if there's anything in there worth digging up. So I've got limited tools down here on the plot. I probably normally use a fork to get some carrots up. It's not up for discussion, I've only got a spade down here, so it's going to have to be this spade. The state of the grass that's growing just gets left to grow for a month. Try and get a shot of those carrots so you can see what they look like. At first sight they don't look too bad. I can see an odd little nibble on the crown, but I think if we're really lucky there might be some good carrot underneath. Some little view of what I'm going to try and dig up, so I'll try and get in that view at the minute once I get the gloves back. So, taking care not to devastate any carrot, trying to get straight down, just ease them, break the root at the bottom and see what comes up. Well, that's a bit better. I think I'm right. I think these probably are early, but they're split. That's sort of a strange watering regime we've had this year. I think that one will probably go straight to the bin, compost heap. Certainly, so far, nothing too spectacular, but I do know even these tiny carrots are worth clearing because they're much better than anything bought in the shops. When I'm down here, I'm going to have a few more out. I can see some of these have got split tops. Absolutely useless. One of those is, but I think the other might be alright. I think the next job now is to get some water, give these a wash, see just what we've got. So that's our first little row lifted. I'll now give them a wash, see how they look. So there they are then, our first batch of carrots lifted this year. A rather motley looking crew, hoping they make up for in taste what they definitely lack in appearance. We'll soon know. Tend to try a few with our omelette for dinner tonight. That's our first red cabbage for 2 years, isn't it?
Yeah.
And same variety that didn't do anything last year.
Yeah. Just didn't grow, did it?
No. So we've now got last of our pears, last of Egremont russet, still managing cut flowers and lavender, and a couple of sacks of, well, I'm fairly sure the Golden Delicious, and there's two. I'd love to know what variety those two apples are. I'm just going for a little walk over here. Yeah. So we have managed to do a few things today other than harvesting those carrots. Sue's done some pruning as much as she could, but we only had the secateurs and some could have really done with the loppers. I've managed to tidy up the runner beans that had fallen over, so the canes are out, they're tidied up, everything's been chopped into a heap there, and it includes those manky cauliflowers that had gone over. There's one or two left there. I haven't decided how I'm going to compost this heap yet. Still might just leave it there, dig some in, cover it with some soil and see what happens for next autumn. Put it in a new compost heap. I haven't decided yet. I'll see how it goes, and how we get on, and how much transport we have to the site. So I think that's just about it. Hope you've enjoyed watching today's video. We hope soon to have some transport of our own to get here, so we can catch up with a few more autumn jobs, because the more you can get done in autumn, the much quicker you can get started when spring comes. But if you're in any doubt that autumn's arrived, blueberry confirms. Gorgeous autumn colours. Thanks for watching.